3.
Good evening. Welcome to Tuesday Night Shadowrun Shenanigans. I'm Bob, your GM, and tonight is the series finale of Chicago Missions. We are playing the final countdown, which is also the final mission, 0806, in the Chicago missions series. So last time our runners were hired to recover a geomancer, Lu Wendao, and the body of another of Juan's team, Hector Ramirez, I believe his name was. And our runners were successful at that, and they found that the geomancer had discovered that there was a clustering, a tangling of ley lines down where the wasp dragon queen had been born. So thanks to the map of the tunnel system that you pulled from Ramirez's headwear, you guys rolled down into the tunnels from an alternate access point with the drone army leading the way, and you came upon the chamber that was all too familiar to you. This is where you'd seen the wasp dragon queen bursting forth from its birthing sac. Fortunately, the wasp dragon queen is not here. The very large chamber seems oddly empty, except for there are about a half dozen bug spirits roaming around. It looks like mostly they're tending to this set of there are 3 resin arches or half arches that are meeting in the middle and holding up this ancient artifact. You also see you saw there's scaffolding, and on that scaffolding tending to the artifact was your old buddy Dr. Martin Tate. And this, I believe, was where we were about to roll initiative. So I'll pop up the turn order, and you can populate your initiatives. Let me go ahead and pull KO's character sheet up.
Okay.
A lot of 21s in this list.
Trying to get to my token before I hit the thingy. It's not working very well. There we are. And oh wait, I'm all the way at the top. And then there's me with a 12. Cool.
Okay.
Do I need to do the drones need their own initiative?
I'm going to have the drones go when you go.
Okay.
Just to keep things relatively simple. What is your edge, by the way?
My edge?
Mm-hmm.
My edge is 3.
3? And Johnny?
5.
5. So Johnny and Frodo and... Let's see, Frodo, what is your reaction? We still have a tie at 21.
My reaction is 6.
6, okay. So that does break the tie. Gertrude, what is your edge?
My edge is 2, I believe. 3.
3. Very good.
Yeah.
That beats the Ant Spirit's 2. And I believe that resolves all of our ties. Okay. So Johnny Nash.
Okay.
They do not seem to have reacted to your presence yet.
Okay.
It's the thing where maybe one or more of the bug spirits have seen you guys, but they haven't darted at you yet.
Okay. These columns that we've got, do they get narrower as they go up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wider at the base, narrower at the top, and they sort of meet at this sort of globule of resin from which hangs the and you're seeing why Lou Wendell said plugged in. I'll pull the picture up again. It looks like this humanoid form is plugged into the thing above it from the head and arms.
Okay. How many feet up is it total?
It's about 40 meters.
40 meters. Okay.
It spans the entire height of the center of the chamber.
My plan, you can tell me if it doesn't make sense because you actually have the image. My plan was to jump up and place them up a little bit. And then,
yeah, I think I mentioned last time a single jump wouldn't get you all the way up, but you could get up a fair amount of the way where I imagine you're hoping the structure is somewhat weaker.
Yes, somewhat weaker. It also puts me out of like direct range. It also, if somebody were to say cast a fireball, it also puts me above the fire. Or drones were to spray and pray, I would be out of prayer range.
Out of prayer range?
Out of prayer range, yes. So, and that was my point. Jump up, grab hold, place the thing quick, and then basically play hopscotch.
All right. So go ahead and make your, I believe it's a gymnastics roll for the jump.
Yes, it is. That makes sense.
And make sure to. So what bonus does your your legs give you a bonus to the gymnastics roll, or just to the height that you jump?
I think they give just the height that they jump. I don't believe they do it. It's not. Make sure everything. Yeah. I got. Come on. I always forget I leave modifier on, and I've got so many windows open.
Okay. So with 6 hits on gymnastics, you get a nice good jump. Your hydraulic jacks find good purchase on the ground, and you get up maybe between 25 and 30 meters. We'll say about 2/3 of the way up.
Okay, that's
not quite within like reaching distance of Dr. Tate, but maybe a climb if you wanted to do that.
The big thing, I'm assuming Mather's gonna try and cook him. No matter what, but the big thing is save Chicago. So set the charges first, then I get to have fun. That's my job.
Yeah. So in fact, you do get up far enough that you're able to sort of latch on with one arm, and you think you you think you can let go and like grab one of your satchel charges
Okay.
or one of your plastic explosive charges.
Yeah. I would have had. I knew what these columns looked like, so I would have had it set so that I could wrap it. So they'd automatically have something, a cord attached to them with a little bit of weight on the end, so they just fly around, and I can just loop it with one hand.
All right. So then I'll let you make a demolitions test. That'll be your complex action.
Is that with logic or agility?
This is going to be agility for you, I think. Although, if I wanted to penalize you, I'd make you do logic. But
yeah, but
what you're trying to do is more agility, so I'll let you do agility.
Yep, that's what I was hoping for because I'm. Yeah, that is wow.
Ooh, one hit on 11 dice.
Yeah, don't glitch. Came off.
Yeah, there's not enough ones there.
Came close. Oh, closer than I like.
You are kind of close. Yeah, 11 dice, 4 ones. But you, it kind of so you've got basically plastic explosive. You've got the detonator, and you've got this sort of weighted wire that you're trying to swing around.
Yep.
It doesn't quite swing around.
Actually,
it does sort of adhere to the plastic explosive adheres to the side of the of the column.
All right.
Then you're not sure how long it'll stay that way, but you're not planning to stay here that long anyway, I imagine.
Nope. Nope. Okay. So next round, I assume that's all my actions. So
yeah, that's going to be your turn. Okay. And now, spirits are definitely going to react. Let's see, the beetle spirits. They are more tending toward the bottom, toward the base of the columns. But they see where you came from, and they see your group of fellow Shadowrunners, and they're going to make their way toward them. So, in fact, they spend all of their actions getting within striking range. So they'll get pretty close to where you guys are, but they don't get an attack on you. The wasp spirits, however, are flying creatures. And so they will both attempt to sting Johnny Nash. So since you're hanging from this column, I will ask your first defense roll is going to be at a -3.
Okay.
And they're attacking with unarmed. Okay. Okay, so that first one's going to hit you.
Yeah, I didn't say I'd reroll fast enough. Okay.
We've been kind of playing it loose with that. So if you want to spend edge or something to reroll, or if you have nerfs you want to spend, I've been allowing that after the rolls.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
And you do have another attack coming your way, which will be at a -4.
You know what? I'm going to take it.
You're going to take it? All right.
Yeah, I'll re-roll the next one if I don't get above 5.
The next one is 5 successes on you.
Next one is 5. Okay, so this one's -4. Yeah, I'm re-rolling that one. Should have pre-edged it now that I think 20/20 hindsight, but so another 5 dice. Okay, you got one net hit on both.
Each. Okay.
Yep.
So those would be 9 stun, AP -1.
Okay, let's see. Do I have the right? Uh, where's the?
Mhm.
Sorry, I was just looking at. I rolling. No, at defense. That's not. On this sheet, the shield next to the acid, is that soak or is that? I'm sorry, I'm slowing down the game, but
So on the under core combat info, you should have
Yep.
a button next to primary armor. So the
Okay.
shield is your defense roll. The button itself is your soak.
okay, so because I got the armor jacket, okay, all right, okay, so that's my soak. All right,
Okay. So no damage from the first one. Okay. So somehow those stingers do not penetrate.
well, I mean,
So fortunately, you don't have any venom to suffer.
well, that's the one advantage to being all steel.
Yep. That'll bring us to Frodo.
So Frodo is currently jumped into the still links, and so I would probably I'm going to have him try to clear out the closest spirits that are on the ground.
Okay.
So I'll have both the Dobermans open up in that general direction, and then I'll fire myself with the laser cannon.
All right.
So do I just roll the Dobermans 4 times since I have 4 of them?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the Dobermans 4 times.
Okay.
And the closest ones on the ground are the beetle spirits. Okay.
Those are the Dobermans.
So all the assault rifles seem to be just flattening bullets against the beetle spirits exoskeletons.
Oh, hot damn! It's like, God damn it! And then the links.
And the laser is also at one of the beetles.
Yes.
Okay. This one will penetrate. So I need to roll a defense roll at -2. So it will hit it. -10, and so it does 12 PAP -10. So it burns a nice hole pretty much right in the center of it, as it sort of sweeps across, burning through its exoskeleton. It appears to be very seriously injured as you take off one of the legs, but it does not fall.
Oh damn. Okay.
It's in pretty bad shape, but it doesn't fall.
All right.
Gertrude.
I will go ahead and is that beetle close enough that I can slice it with my sword?
You can take a step forward and probably get in range.
Okay. I will do that then.
So as you take a step forward, and then you're able to pull yourself to your full height because you've been hunched over in that tunnel.
Oh yeah.
And now you actually have, and at that point you actually have room to swing your scalpel.
Yes. Time for some surgery.
So at the one that got lasered.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. It's a lot of 2s and 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a lot of 4s, so that does enough to penetrate its armor.
Hooray.
And yeah, it basically where the laser went through part way, you're able to swing the sword like straight into the path where that laser went, and you finish cutting it in half.
That's why it's surgery.
And it falls over, and before it even hits the floor, it sort of dematerializes into a pile of goo. So one of the beetle spirits is down. It brings us to the ant spirits, who are also headed toward you guys, but will take their entire action getting there. But they're running up toward you, Gertrude. So at this point, they will be on you, but not able to attack this turn. So KO is going to go. And I think it's time for KO to... she's gonna. What's that? Do you guys want to have her spin a smackdown?
Let's see what she's gonna do first.
Yeah.
So she's gonna run up to the beetle spirit and try to stab it with their ceremonial blade.
She might just down it by natural.
Sounds good.
So it rolls. Oh, that's a miss.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's
Unless you guys wanted to spend some bennies.
well, Nerp'd get it. She's got like 1 million Nerps and like.
All right.
Yeah.
everything.
More stuff.
Oh no!
Oh,
Boy.
okay.
All right,
Sorry, Amber.
That's almost worse than having her spend it and not do anything.
ouch.
So let me subtract that. All right, so she does indeed miss. And that'll bring us to Mac.
Okay, so what I would like to do is use my alpha grenades. If that's the thing I'm allowed to do. I don't entirely understand how they work, but I think I'm just gonna shoot them at. I'd like to shoot them at the thing, at the body being held aloft.
Oh, at the artifact?
That one, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I would like.
you can certainly try that.
Like the way you said that.
So it does require 3 hits to place the grenade precisely. So with 2
Cool.
hits, there's going to be some scatter.
Okay.
Unless you'd like to spend a nerp or an edge or something.
Yeah, I would.
Also remember, in addition to the bennies that you have stored up, you also have your personal edge.
Yeah. I can do that. All right, cool. So 4.
Okay. So that'll place it. And let me see here. I know I saw... There it is. So what grenades are loaded into that?
6, HE mini grenades.
Okay, so high
Or
explosive.
it also says 6. It also says 6 flashbang mini grenades. So whichever one of those makes more damage happen.
Yeah, so presumably you were loading your high explosive grenades because of what you're hunting now.
Yes.
You're not necessarily interested in stunning anything out.
No, I'm not. No. I want to kill some bugs. Damn it.
Okay, so
That's good. That saved Johnny having to mansplain you some more about which grenades to choose.
You know what? And it saved Mac from pointing it at you after saving one just for you.
and I think you are. Unfortunately, I think you are far enough down the structure that you're out of the grenade blast.
Okay, that's good.
Dang it.
Dang it. Ooh. So it does hit pretty solidly, and you see some cracks sort of spiderweb across it, but it is still intact. You do feel a strange falling sensation in the pit of your stomach, as do all the magically active individuals in our team. You do recall there is a background count here. There is some corrupted magic. It feels like it just the background magic just did sort of a tilt-a-whirl thing. And so actually I do need where is he? Dr. Tate does have to make a soak test.
Oh darn! Does he?
So he is flung from his platform and falls to the ground.
Nice.
And he is not moving.
Oh no.
So he does not get a turn. Mather.
Oh, what a shame the doctor has fallen from such a far distance.
I am going to help him.
You're going to help him fall further?
That would be fantastic.
No, Mather's going to betray the group right now and heal him.
All righty. So he was going to be my target, and now he is.
Yeah, recall before last week's cliffhanger, you were about to introduce him to agony.
Yeah. And I can't tell. He just he got busted and he fell. Right.
Yeah, he got busted and thrown from the scaffolding.
So how far a drop?
So he fell probably upwards of 30 meters.
Oh, that's
He's
not
playing possum. Hit him again.
far enough.
So it's not far enough. Yeah, so fairly high up.
Yeah, 30 meters. He's also spirited with a bug and bullshit. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so whatever is going on with Martin Tate, you haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to consider him to be still a clear and present danger. And so I look over and I go, "Oh, doctor, it's delightful to see you again." And then I start singing "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" and to center myself, and then fire agony at him.
Okay.
Let's call it, you know what? Let's call it foresight.
Force 8. Okay. You are in a -4 background count, so I'll take off the back 4 dice, which were all failures anyway.
I'm sorry, I forgot the modifier. And how you like that? How you like that drain?
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
So he does not move under the influence of agony, and you get the sense that the spell does not find purchase with the twisted form on the ground.
Got it.
Kill confirmed.
Well, alrighty then. Doesn't even twitch. So
Does not even twitch.
So it's like croaked. Okay, cool. Then I don't sustain it. Alrighty, that's
So we go into our. I don't know why I'm bothering with him. All right, so as we go into our second pass, Johnny Nash.
Jump to another thing. I mean, that thing is still in existence, I assume, right? I was doing tech stuff when. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to the next column and doing the wrap.
Yeah. So Mac hit. So you do recall very clearly a grenade hit it.
Yeah.
Hit it pretty close to dead on. You saw it sort of spiderweb crack, but it did not break.
Okay. So I'm going to keep at.
So you're going to repeat your process with the second column?
Yep, second column.
Okay, I'll ask you for another gymnastics test. This one will be at -4.
Okay.
Okay. So even with the two wasp spirits harassing you, I mean your hydraulic jacks don't find as much purchase on the column you're jumping from, but it's enough.
Yeah, I don't have to. I shouldn't have to go as far either. I'm not like I'm trying to jump up. Far.
That's right. Yeah, so you jump sort of horizontally to the next column. You ended about the same altitude.
Okay.
And you can make another agility-based demolitions test if you're repeating the process.
Yep. What am I at minuses for this?
Yeah, this will be a -2.
Okay. Gonna go for it. Since this is one of the few tests I can use Edge for. Because a lot of my stuff is scale wires. -2.
Oh, that one is much better. You slam the plastic explosive onto the column, and the weighted wire wraps around perfectly.
Yep. You can. It's up to you because I forgot to say something before I started doing this. I would have given Frodo the ability to detonate these also.
Okay.
Okay. He's the one.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, he's the one I trust to be bloodthirsty enough to blow it up, even if I'm standing next to it.
I mean, you don't
All right.
trust Mac to blow it up if you're sitting next to it, because 100% would do it, especially if you're standing next to it.
Yeah, which is why Frodo has it and you don't.
So the beetle spirit attacks KO. And let me see what she's got here. Level of combat sense. Okay. Oh, and light mil-spec armor, which I won't even roll her defense because the claw, it's the big pincher claw that looks like it would take off somebody's arm, but it sort of skates across the hardened armor from her light mil-spec armor.
Oh, yeah.
The two wasp spirits are following you, Johnny.
Huh.
Actually, one of them goes down to Dr. Tate's body. The other will attack you, Johnny.
Okay. I'm at -3 or 2 for defense.
-2 for defense.
Okay.
Oof.
What was I doing?
And so far, you only have one dead corded up, right?
No, I've got 2 dead corded up.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Okay. I'm gonna let it stand.
Okay. So that'll be 4 net hits, so 12s AP -1.
Okay. -1. Okay, so
7 on
Jeez.
28 dice, 27 dice.
rolling edge.
So reroll 20 dice.
Oh. Yep.
There you go.
Nope. Just managed to get him to try and poke the metal parts again.
So it pokes through, like, there's some stitching, like, at the shoulder seam that the stinger pierces, but it hits the metal plate on your side torso. It does no damage. Frodo.
Kender Mage is going to be claiming. I'm
Kender Mage has already been.
Yeah.
Kender Mage has already been claiming credit for all this. The upgrades that Johnny Nash was given.
I'm gonna start playing Freebird over the over comms. I'm like, you haven't took solo, Johnny. By the time the solo kicks up, I'm blowing it, and he's going to start shooting at he's gonna shoot at the wasp spirits that's going at Dr. Tate.
Okay. So this wasp spirit lands just to check on Dr. Tate's corpse, and it go ahead and shoot.
Oh, there's one of them.
Ooh.
And 4.
Okay.
And then yeah, how does that work out?
So these guys.
I like the wasp berries. Are you okay, doctor? Blam, blam, blam.
So presumably they are shooting full auto.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a big deal. Rolling 4 dice to defend instead of 13 dice.
Oh boy.
So the first 2 are missed. The second two find their home. So apparently it takes the group of drones a little while to track that the wasp spirit went down instead of following Johnny.
Uh-huh.
But still half of their fire goes into that wasp spirit, and it basically joins Dr. Tate as being motionless on the ground.
Okay. Then after noticing that that Mac lobbed a grenade at the giant artifact, then I'm gonna point the laser cannon at it and pop it one.
Okay, you're gonna shoot the artifact with the laser?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so it does not defend because inanimate objects do not dodge. So it's 15p AP -10. So I need to roll. I don't really need to roll. So it takes 13 boxes. So this laser burns, and it burns for a little while, and then you see this hole melt in it as the laser then pops out the other side. And this thing explodes.
I'm free.
Really bad.
In this sort of shockwave and dust of green stuff. Johnny, I need you to make a soak roll.
Mhm.
The wasp that has been harassing you falls to the ground.
Any minuses?
No, just let me see what your soul roll looks like. 8. Okay. So you're going to take 2 boxes of stun.
Okay.
It is not enough to fling you from the column, but the column shudders.
Okay.
As if it's about to collapse. And you all feel this rumbling of the chamber. Gertrude.
All right, you said that there were some ants headed my direction.
There are 2 ant spirits on you. They'll be attacking you on their turn, unless you perform surgery on one.
I would like to. So it looks like this column is getting ready to come down.
Yeah, it feels like this whole room might be ready to collapse.
All right. Then I would like to spend one of my smackdowns to basically clear a path of bugs.
Okay. So you know what? So you'll use a smackdown, and you perform somewhat less delicate surgery, but your scalpel cleaves both ant spirits in 2. The only spirit left is the beetle spirit, which KO is going to try to stab. Anybody want to use a Benny to try to swing that?
I'll spend a penny on that.
Well, rather, does anyone? Do you guys want to have her spend a Benny to swing that?
Wait, is this KO?
This is KO going.
Oh yeah, let's just turn her to a Michael Bay action hero. Just use all of them.
So I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So am I hearing Smackdown there?
Yeah.
Well, she's not here to tell us no.
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
All right, so using one of her 4 Smackdowns.
Good Lord.
So yeah, she stabs this thing. And it has only its body to defend with, or to soak with. And that is not good enough. As it has to soak 14 points, and it does not have 14 points. So she does this sort of almost a flip and then stabs the beetle spirit in the top of the head and sort of follows it down. So the final beetle spirit is gone. We'll pop out rounds. And so now you guys have there is a shattered artifact, a shaking and crumbling room.
I'm jumping towards the exit. I don't need to place the last charge.
Okay. Go ahead and hit me another gymnastics test.
Any minuses?
No. Okay. Yeah, at this point, you're not trying to be fancy about it. You're just trying to get out.
Yep.
And as you do, the force of your hydraulic jack legs sort of pushes enough that this column that you jump off of begins to topple. And it crumbles to the ground.
All right, time to leave.
Yep.
Does anybody stick around?
Does the artifact look busted, destroyed?
It looks busted, and that tilt-a-whirl feeling you've been feeling is getting worse. And you especially, Mather, recognize this as the beginning of a monostorm.
Oh dear.
Johnny would jump, get as much distance as he can, and then basically run backwards. And then as everybody else has left the area and it's safe, I'd set off the charges, assuming Frodo hasn't beaten me to it. But
Oh yeah, I'd wait until I'm heading down the corridor and like, and then I'd hit it.
Yeah, so you guys head on down the corridor. The explosive charges blow up behind you. It's not the cool slow walk that Billy Berserker would like to have, but it's effective nonetheless. As you're forced to go somewhat faster than a walk because the tunnel is collapsing behind you. But you guys do sort of make it out because you had the tunnel map. You know exactly where to go to get back to where you came in.
okay, good. I mean, I would be willing to, carry certain people if they were going slow.
And then you see, you get out just in time to hear this screech in the distance.
Okay, so none of us looked at that explosion, right?
That's the rule. You can't look.
All right, just confirming. No one looked at it.
No, that's how you get turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
Clergyman, officially, legally.
So you guys spill out into the basement of the parking garage, where all your stuff is still, amazingly.
I feel like I'm a CI informant or something. My face is constantly flaring.
But yeah, you definitely hear a screech in the distance.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It's a familiar screech.
Yeah, but it's showing up in my nightmares.
Even for Mac, who heard the screech on the recording that the rest of you took when you guys were last down here, it is unmistakably the dragon wasp queen in the distance.
Great.
And as you sort of listen and analyze what direction it is clearly coming from the Wrigley Dome.
Oh crap! All right. So the queen is up. Is that what you're saying?
The queen is up. Yes. And so you.
There is a phrase for it, but we're not supposed to use those language on this things. I'm just going to say she's back. Let's put it that way.
We live in the latter part of the 21st century. We have all sorts of words like glitch and
yes, that's true.
And so on and so forth. I feel like any number of those would be appropriate at the moment.
Shadowrun invented a whole, or the cyberpunk genre in general, invented a whole vocabulary so you wouldn't actually have to curse. But at that point, we'll go ahead and take our mid-session break because we're at 8:55, and this will give our runners time to think about what they're doing next. So hang around. We'll be back in 10.
Stick around. We'll all be getting on a bus for Seattle. Goodbye.
Back in 10, folks.
Can I just ask, what does a summoning tea kettle look like?
Oh, a summoning tea kettle. It is made out of cast iron that has been painted ritually with symbols in blood, obviously, that are then coated and shellacked over so that they don't flake off, that way it can last for centuries. And we use a nice clear coat though, so you can see them quite nice, quite clear. We mix in with the blood, we mix in the iridescent paint so it gives us a nice little beautiful shimmer, especially as it heats up. And as you heat it up, that's where the magic happens, because that is when all of the symbols start to glow and get bright and beautiful. And as the tea kettle whistles, that is the summoning ritual complete.
If you have an interest in using the summoning tea kettle, or taking part in any of the other worlds or games, you don't have to have experience. Just join our Discord, and the GMs will work with you and help you find a game you enjoy. The link is in the chat.
Ready to level up your cosplay game? Check out the Geek Forge on Etsy. With a variety of props to give your photos that extra spark, you'll find just what you need. Hold magical fire in the palm of your hand, or take a potion to restore your mana. With a large variety of colors, you can choose your own magical flavor for your cosplay. Bring drama to your photo shoots with these vibrant props and more, all available at the Geek Forge. Are you ready to level up your cosplay?
Spell. She says spell like 92 times.
Thanks for sticking around, folks.
Welcome back. As your comlink rings, Frodo, and it's Fee.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
What?
please shoot this thing. As he's like,
You got to do something about this thing. And you hear the
door shot it. Something.
You hear in the background screams.
Wait, Fee, are you okay?
I got to find a way out of here.
Yeah, the door typically works. Like, what are you doing? Get out of there.
I'm trying not to get picked up by this thing.
What thing?
You guys got to get over here.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go.
And the call goes dead.
Do I?
And you hear another screech in the air.
Can I tell where she called from?
Yeah, she called from the UCAS Army base there. That's set up around Wrigley Dome.
Okay.
And you hear at about that time, you heard a boom. It's not like an explosion boom. It's like something like one of, you kind of recognize it. It sounds like what would happen if one of their flying tanks crashed.
Oh snap! Okay, gang. Stuff just got real, and they're chasing Fee. I can't. I lost contact with her. Tanks are exploding.
Your sister who doesn't like you that we teamed up with one time. Yes, I recall. Let's go rescue her. How do you feel about
it? Please.
Okay, cool. Yes, for you, my friend, of course.
Yeah. So I would have. Oh, is Andy outside? No, Andy's inside, right?
Andy's in the parking garage.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's how. So both of your vehicles are here.
Yeah. So I would load up the team into the galaxy.
And Darcy is here.
All right.
And Johnny's motorcycle is here.
All right, to the compound.
Sounds good. Probably don't have that much security anymore.
Yeah, they have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, so you guys drive over toward Wrigley Dome. It's probably only, it's not too far. It's maybe a couple of kilometers away. And so on the way there, you sort of see, you're starting to see more and more of this, whatever this is, and you definitely feel, those of you who are magically active definitely feel more of this sort of topsy-turvy going on within your magic. You are fully in a monostorm. The background count is 4, 5, 5.
Oh dear, I hate it.
So can we? Can those that aren't magically inclined see the monostorm, or is it just like like a paper bag, like flowing, like that's all we can see? Like it's just a gust of wind or something.
You know, even those of you who are not magically active, you get this sort of queasy feeling like you've been tumbling about too much. That's about the extent of what you can sense.
Fair enough.
There's a manostorm forming. There's a background count of who knows what that is interfering with magic. This is going to be unfun.
Cool. I guess it's a good thing I have non-magic things. Probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
as you're getting close to the base, you start seeing more and more of what's going on. And it's like a Carl Combat Mage grid, where you've got all these soldiers they're basically running for their lives. You see a chopper, an attack chopper, sort of dodging and jousting with it and trying to shoot it with its nose cannon. And then at one point, this dragon wasp queen latches onto the front of the chopper. And latches on with both claws, rips the gun off, and just breathes its acid dragon breath into the cockpit of the chopper.
It got the chopper.
I hate her so much.
I've been waiting to say that.
Oh, I hate her. That makes me so uncomfortable.
You see another one of these flying tanks. So you remember there were 4 of them. Last time you were here, there were 4 of them. 3 were on the ground and 1 was in the air. You see one in the air, basically doing the same thing. It was trying to team up with the chopper to shoot the thing, and you see it actually sort of comes around and its railgun fires, and it does pierce the hide of the dragon.
I like that.
It does not appear to do a lot of damage, but it does some. It's like this dragon is also a tank. And as you guys get pretty close to the dragon, you then see the dragon sort of lands on the flying tank and is trying to claw through it. But it's too close to be shot by the railgun, and then the dragon sort of climbs around, and its claws find purchase on the underside of the tank. Rips in.
Is this happening from?
By this point, you're approaching what's left of the fence line, so you're probably only 100 meters or so from this. As the dragon sort of scrapes along the undercarriage of the tank and throws the tank to the ground. You hear this crash. It doesn't explode, and it looks like, I mean, stuff might still work, but it doesn't look like it's going to take flight again.
Okay.
And you see people you see like the hatch open, and people are trying to time their exit from the vehicle before the dragon gets them. And a couple of the guys actually make it. A couple of them do not. As the dragon makes a swoop and grabs one with each claw.
I'm gonna shoot at it with the laser cannon.
Okay.
On Andy. So you said 100 meters, right? Yeah.
We'll say 100 meters at this point.
Okay. The cannon has sniper ranges. I don't know off the top of my head how far that reaches out.
Yes. It has sniper ranges, so that is medium range. Anything from 51 to 350 meters.
Okay. And then what is the negative? Is there a modifier on that? Ooh,
-1. So I'll take the last die off.
Okay.
Which is not a hit anyway. So 8 caps the accuracy at 7.
Okay.
So 7 hits at AP -10. And let me find my stats here. I don't need Martin Tate anymore.
No, you don't.
So AP -10, it's going to roll a soak. I should have rolled a defense roll on it.
Alrighty.
So it hits, doing a slight amount of damage, and the dragon wasp queen head swivels toward Andy, and you hear a screech as it dives toward your group.
Okay.
At this point, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. Let me clear the track first.
We got this, guys.
Unsure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like there might have been an asterisk on the end of that statement.
Wow, the dragon rolled a 0.
Look at that.
That just means it goes first next round.
Dragon 34. Terrifying.
Johnny used an edge.
Johnny used an edge. To blitz. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
So those of you who have not already spent edge, Actually, I guess Johnny could do this as well. You can seize the initiative.
Yes, I would consider. Considering my plan is to distract the dragon from the thing containing all of my friends.
Let me do that. So Johnny is going to seize the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does is it moves you to the top of the order. So you'll go first in each initiative pass as long as you have a pass.
I have improved reflexes. That's not included in my die. So I just rolled it. It's 5.
So you should be 31 then?
No. It's 26.
Okay.
Surprise, everyone. I've been playing with a what's it called when you aren't at your fullest?
You've been gimping yourself? Wow, that's a bad term. Yeah.
That's not a great term. That's not a great term.
It's not.
Really bad term.
Playing with a handicap is the golf term.
Yes, that's it.
Yep, I'm a bad golfer.
Is everyone else satisfied with where they are in the initiative order? Asterisk?
Yeah, but
that's as high as I can take myself without hurting myself.
All right. So Johnny Nash, since you have seized the initiative, you are going first.
The goal is to gun the engine, split off from my friends, swing, and just unload suppressive fire with the RPK HMG to force it to bank away from its current path.
So go ahead and roll that for me.
Okay, it should be heavy weapons. I'm gonna give myself. I think this is one I'll use in. Sorry, I think this should work. Three for a nerf.
Oof.
Oof. Wow. Okay, I haven't used. I think to open this up, I'm going to use an edge to reroll my failures.
To reroll, let's see, 16 dice.
Yes.
You got 2 hits on 18, it looks like.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to reroll. It's just, a moral imperative. There we go. That's what you're supposed to roll. That's how to be a hero.
Imagine that. Johnny Nash writing the book on how to be a hero.
That thing is AP -4 naturally and has the KE5 rounds in it.
Okay. Here we go. So it does take off 10 rounds.
Okay.
And it will use a smoke down to not be hit. As it thinks about it for a moment, and then It is gonna swoop toward Johnny Nash. And it's going to breathe on you.
How do you want?
It's going to strafe you.
Yeah. How do you want to handle the dodge? Because I was still on the bike and the bike was still running. Could I kick the bike into gear and take off, or do I just got to dodge?
So since you're driving on the bike, I'll leave it to you whether you want to dodge personally, which means you jump off the bike, or you dodge riding the bike, which means you make a piloting test.
I'm gonna go.
It'll be
piloting.
It'll be piloting reaction. Yeah.
Yep. Piloting reaction. Does stunt driving apply?
Oh yes, definitely.
Let's see. Yeah, anytime. Okay, I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's done. I get a +2. I'm a steely-eyed wheelman. No turn too tight when making wheel test. Terrain modifiers are reduced by 1 to a minimum. So, okay.
Okay. A lot of 1s and 2s on both sides, it looks like.
Yeah, but you got a little bit more than me.
Yep. And for those of you who can't see the readout, I don't know if you can see the readout on Roll20. This is something you don't want to be hit by. It's just base 20p, AP -10.
Yeah.
Though frankly, that's going to be anything the dragon does. You don't want to be hit.
That is honestly fair. So I'm going to do an edge. Give me.
Looks like 11 dice to reroll.
Yep. Give me 2 seconds because I accidentally closed my character window for a second.
Okay. And since I pre-edged, I can't post-edge it. So you do successfully dodge as this gout of boiling acid sprays across your path, and you're just barely able to jump over it.
Okay, I've got it mad. I'm going to try and keep its attention.
KO.
Okay. So I want to time it so that when its mouth is open, I want to shoot. Let's see, my Ares Alpha has a grenade launcher.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shoot a grenade into his mouth. That's what I want to do.
So it'll as it's sort of banking around, you're pretty sure it's going to make another pass on Johnny. As it kind of opens its mouth, it looks like it's going to be spewing acid again.
Of course, it's going to make another pass. All the ladies do. It's a lady. All the ladies make another pass at Johnny.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Before we said about making her mad, and I was like, of course, you're really great at making women mad, and you didn't hear me. So.
Oh my gosh.
So this will be your you're going to roll a hit with the grenade launcher at a -4.
So am I hitting it with the... Is it this?
And really, that's going to be at a -9 for you because your agility is bumped up magically.
Can I use a smackdown?
You can use a smackdown.
I like to use a smackdown to make this happen.
Johnny is in favor of that.
Okay. So you launch this thing right down the gullet of the dragon wasp queen. And I need to make just a body test.
There are two different outcomes. I give her really, really bad indigestion, or her head pops off, maybe.
Either one is fine. Unless our indigestion is turned toward us.
Well, we're going to edge that.
Roll 20, be on my side. Be on my side.
Okay. It does blow, and you hear a screech from the dragon wasp queen. It does not fall.
Dang.
Back away.
Frodo.
I was hoping chunky salsa
Well,
rules still applied.
you guys are all in vehicles at this point, so back away is.
Then I back into the vehicle again.
So Frodo wants to kind of cross the streams. So he wants to fire both the laser cannons, one from each, one from Andy and the other one from the links in the universe at this thing.
So the way the way you can do that, you can fire one of them as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The other is going to be using its piloting program or its gunnery program.
Okay.
So it's not gonna have as many dice to hit.
Let's see.
And further, the lynx is going to have another -4 to hit because it's not designed to shoot the dragon like leaning out the window and such.
Fair enough. That works for me. All right, so I will fire. I think Andy is a better shot than the lynx is. That's my guess. So I'm gonna have Andy fire himself, and then I'll shoot through the lynx.
Okay.
All right, so here's me shooting through the lynx.
It's you shooting through the lynx, okay? This will be minus. -1.
Then what would I be firing off of? Because it seems to be the same.
Oh, because I think Andy is probably programmed with your dice pool.
Yeah.
So roll a number of dice equal to its pilot plus gunnery programs.
Okay. Pilot 2, gunnery is 10. Okay. Oh, 2, 6, 8. Okay. So I'll roll 8 dice.
So 4 hits on 8 dice. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So 2, 4, 5, 4.
It's been another edge to not be hit. So those will both miss. Costing the dragon 2 edge. Gertrude.
So what is the dragon flying right now? Is it on the ground? What's it sort of?
It is flying.
Okay. Is it high up in the air or is it hovering?
No, it's basically coming around to make another strafing run on Johnny. It looks like it is just lined up on Johnny to make another strafe.
Okay.
So it's probably only 10 meters or so off the ground.
All right. So hear me out. because
We didn't hear that in the last episode.
Exactly. My two thoughts. The first one was to start unpacking the blimp. So we would have an airborne vehicle. My other thought was to have KO take over driving and grab the winch from the front and lasso Luke Skywalker the dragon.
Crap.
So the winch is not meant to be used in combat.
Right.
So there will be substantial penalties involved.
Does Gertrude has a garage at her place, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would Gertrude have let Johnny use his garage when he's got to make modifications to stuff?
Sure.
Okay. Then you probably would realize then that Johnny had been modifying a grapple gun, and it's stashed in Darcy's. It's right now because it wouldn't work from the bike. It's stashed in Darcy's smuggling compartment.
In the KO box.
Yes, in the KO box.
Are we using Edge to introduce a fact into the game? So.
That's something.
I will charge you an Edge to introduce that fact into the game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Something you don't see very often, but I was like, keep going.
Yep. No, I needed to establish I needed to establish a trail of logic. I mean, and this is Johnny, so I really got to work hard at it. Okay, I'll pay the edge.
With that being said, this will be a KO take the wheel scenario. Or for that matter, Darcy take the wheel. Darcy has a pilot program, right?
Yeah, I think she does.
She probably used the pilot program.
I mean, we've established that Darcy's driven Darcy's self on occasion.
Darcy's gone on a mission before.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
We never quite got to that episode in this series, but the implication is that it's there.
It's a very special one shot coming soon. So then I'll put Darcy into autopilot.
Okay.
And much like the Rock and Fast and Furious movies, thanks, Chris, of trying to pull two helicopters together, I would like to activate my adrenaline pump.
Okay.
And then fire this grappling gun.
So it'll take you your action to pull the grappling gun out.
Okay. Then I will wait until the next round to do the adrenaline pump because it's a free action.
Okay, that's fair.
And then she shouts family into the distance.
Exactly.
Man.
So let me ask a question about these grenades. Are they one-time use only?
Yes, a grenade is one-time use only. So you have five left in the Ares Alpha.
Okay.
Must not mansplain.
I didn't mean is a grenade a one-time use. I meant, are there only 6 charges in said grenade launcher? Therefore, I can only use said grenade launcher one time in order to launch said grenades. That was what I was saying.
Yeah. So you now have 5 shots left in the grenade launcher, and then you'll have to reload it.
Okay, I'm going to rinse and repeat. Try to get it in her mouth.
Okay. So let's see. I was going to say that's going to be a -6. So, and you are magically augmented as well, I think.
Yes.
Not when non-magic items are concerned.
Yes.
But with your magically augmented agility, so you also like KO. You're going to be this one's going to be a -10 total. The dragon's getting wise to it. So that is the 4 hits. You've got 4 hits remaining after the -10. I'm pulling off the back 10 dice.
Okay. Are you saying I need to try again?
No. So that's the to hit roll. Except you've only rolled 4 hits. I now need to make a dodge test with the Dragon Wasp Queen. It has been shot at a fair amount. So it dodges enough, closes its mouth that the grenade hits the exterior hide and not the throat, and blows up. And the dragon seems unaffected by it.
Cool. Love that for me. And the rest of us.
Well, let's see. So far, it looks like everybody is doing very well who's managed this thing. So,
that sounds sarcastic.
I used all my smackdowns to defeat the dragon once. So, alrighty.
Now it's time to start burning your personal edge for smackdowns.
Oh, trust me, it's been on my list of things that to consider. Trust me. Yeah. So, dragon. So fireball's probably not going to be my best choice.
Well, it's an acid dragon. It might be.
Yeah, you know what? No guts, no glory. I'm going to hit it with agony.
Okay. So, I did warn you there was a monostorm. Go ahead and, what force are you casting it at?
Oh, again, no guts, no glory. So, let's call it
double your magic score.
Yeah, and I know it's the Mana Storm's -5, so let's call it Force 9.
So you're casting at 14?
No, I'm casting Force 9.
You're casting at Force 9. Okay. So I have a table prepared.
Yep. So I need to subtract 5 from the 9 and roll 4 die. Well, I need to roll the 9.
Before you do that, so it's not doing what I want it to do. So I'll just roll it. There we go.
There we go. I'll do -5.
So just go ahead and roll it. So this is the effect because you're not spending any reagents. Yeah, it has no effect on you.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't suck.
Okay.
Oh, that did though.
Ooh, some drain.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll those failures. So.
And that is a willpower and logic test.
Rolled how many dice? 13. 2, so. Yeah, that's what it's for.
It takes no effect.
Yeah, but I didn't get anything on the drain. All right, cool. Okay. Packing it in.
All right, so we are at the top of the second pass. Let me make some adjustments to the turn order. Johnny Nash, still at the top of the order.
Okay.
Mather, it was nice having you go.
Johnny is going to use a smackdown to basically He knows it's coming in on him on a dive.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to use a smackdown to jump his motorcycle. He says it's only like 10 meters off the ground.
Yeah, it's probably only about 10 meters off the ground.
Okay. Is there a ramp physically where he would be able to get himself with a smackdown up in the air above it so he can jump down on top of it as it passes?
With a smackdown, sure.
Okay. That's
so you jump up, and as you pass the dragon, you sort of grab onto it. The bike leaves you.
Oh yeah.
We'll worry about the bike should everyone survive. But you certainly hear a disconcerting crash.
Yeah. No. No.
But you
sound filters. I
its-
thought of that. Sound filters tune out the crash. Because that would hurt. If I heard it, it would hurt.
So you're grabbing on, and you grab onto this less scales and more exoskeleton, kind of at the back of the neck, close to where the first set of wings is.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming that's pretty much my action.
That's going to be your action.
Yep. Okay.
And we'll say thanks to that smackdown, it's not. I mean, it's trying to shake you off, but it's not trying hard. It has found itself a new target, or rather, an old target, as it dives toward Andy. Actually, no. Didn't like the taste of the grenade, so it's going to dive for Darcy.
Oh, those.
Because KO's in Darcy, right?
Oh.
So it's going to dive for Darcy.
It was going to try to fight me more.
You want a bike is smaller than an ambulance.
Yeah, well, I'm also behind its neck. It's like that itch it can't that it can't actually scratch unless it rolls on the ground. Not that I want to give Bob ideas, but
As it just blows plop and squishes you.
Yeah.
So I need Darcy to make a twice pilot program test.
Right.
For the record, Darcy has a NERP to spend.
She does. Someone very specifically gave her a NERP. All right, let's see. So where would I find the pilot program on the vehicle sheet?
So on the vehicle sheet, let me pull up Darcy. It should say there's a big button there. It says pilot. So pilot 1. So you're rolling 2 dice. Well, 5 dice with the NERP if you're spending it.
Yeah, we'll do that. So I add a 3 in the modifier, correct? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, this dragon wasp queen lands on top of Darcy and starts ripping the roof, right where KO's seat is. So KO, you're kind of sitting there with the Ares Alpha as the roof sort of gets pulled back from over you, and you see down the gullet of the dragon a lot closer now. But that is its action. It is your turn.
Surprise! I'm not scared, and I shove a grenade down her throat.
So is this a hand grenade or is this a Ares Alpha grenade?
Ares Alpha grenade.
So you're taking a shot.
Uh-huh. And since she's got her mouth wide open in that hole, I assume she can't see.
So you're still at a -5 because you are magically augmented.
Darn me and my magics. Okay. I do the thing. I'll use a NERP. And then I'm gonna reroll my failures. That's 6. Huh.
It sort of tilts its head a little bit and looks right at you, and the grenade goes off. Let me see here. The grenade launcher. So I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
The bad news is you don't get it down the dragon's gullet. The good news is the Ares Alpha grenade is a grenade launcher, and the grenade launchers have a minimum range of 5 meters. So while it doesn't go down the dragon's gullet, it bounces off its hide and does not explode. So you're not taking a soak test for it. Frodo.
Amazing. I still have movement, right?
You can certainly move if you want to.
I blast out the back doors of the ambulance and touch roll.
Go make a gymnastics test.
You got it.
Okay. So it's enough to sort of dodge, like you can barely open the doors and you sort of squeeze out and tuck and roll, and you're sure the dragon's stinger passed within centimeters of you. So that brings us to Frodo.
Okay, so Frodo is going to be like, hit it again, Andy! And second verse was first. I'm going to pre-edge.
Okay.
I'm gonna
so are you? No, you were jumped into the links, right?
Yeah, I'm jumped into the links.
Actually, so if does Andy have his own bennies left?
I think so, maybe.
Oh yeah, Ben.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Andy has as much as almost anyone in the group.
More than I do. Sweet. Yeah. He's gonna use one of these smackdowns then here.
Okay. So I think he used one of them last time. Did you take that off?
Yeah, I did not. So here.
Okay. So he is now he's now out of smackdowns, but this is a smackdown with a laser cannon. So 14p minus 10.
And then I will shoot here, and then I'll just roll another 3 dice because I'm shooting it through the links.
Well, I just need to see the damage code because there's no need to roll to hit.
Well, yeah, but for Andy, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is your shot. Okay.
This is my shot, yeah.
Okay.
And then, no additional hits from the...
Okay, so... There's the first soak.
Oh, when I pre-edge, I explode 6s though, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I get a 4 additional rolls. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, so you're pre-edging your shot from the links, right?
Yeah, so then I get to roll 4 more from 6s.
Yes.
And nothing more from that.
Okay.
All right.
So, oddly, the smackdown fails to do damage.
Oh, snap.
And it straight out dodges the other shot.
Alrighty.
So that brings us to Gertrude. Gertrude, you've been digging through. You've been digging through the KO box, pulling out the grapple gun, when you feel an unfortunate rumble on Darcy, and you see sunlight where there wasn't sunlight before.
That is not a memory.
As KO tucks and rolls past you and out the back door. And you see, when that door is open, you see the stinger of the dragon sticking down.
All right. So,
Surgery time?
yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. So, can I take my sword and try to cut off the stinger?
Sure.
And I will activate my adrenaline pump.
Okay.
And I have to make a roll of my rating times 1d6 combat turns for how long it's going to be active. So it is just a rating 1.
Yep, so go ahead and roll 1d6 manually. So you rolled a 1, awesome. So it'll last until the end of the next combat turn.
Okay. Perfect.
Wow.
That was the most anticlimactic use of 30,000 new yen ever. Okay. So that's going to give me a +1 to my strength, agility, reaction, and willpower. Okay. Sorry, give me 1 second.
At least the crash isn't as bad. It's not exactly a kamikaze crash.
That's true. Yes. Okay. Rude. I will. I'd like to spend an edge to reroll my failures.
Okay. Looks like there are 9 failures.
All right. I'll take that.
Okay. And it does. So just enough to get past its immunity to normal weapons. Oh, jeez. Well, there goes one of my good. With luck, that'll be one of my good rolls for the night. As it rolls 31 hits on the soak roll.
I'm sorry. What? Who did you pay?
Mr. 20 has decreed that the stinger shall remain intact.
10 cent times 2.
Mac.
Yes. So I am going to just try to shoot it. instead of attempting to use grenades this time.
Okay.
So
are you on board Darcy or are you with Andy?
I never decided.
Now's your chance.
One has a
Neither of the
sunroof
options
now.
right
And I guess I'll ask that question of Mather as well. Where would the two of you like to be? This may be one of the more important decisions you make for the end of your life.
I think I want to be an Andy right now because he doesn't have a sunroof.
Does not have sunroof. Yeah, that's fair. Mather?
Or a demon bug from hell on its roof.
So to answer, I'm always in Andy.
Okay.
Pharaoh will not let me have shotgun. I'm just saying. Canonically established.
Okay. And now KO is out the back. Richard is in the back. Darcy's driving Darcy's self. So Mac, you're gonna shoot at the dragon wasp queen.
Yeah, I don't know what else to do at this point. I'm gonna shoot her with my Ruger. It's all bad. Let me clarify. Everything's got a freaking negative ahead of it. Every single one. Oh wait, why am I edging? Jesus.
Did you not want to edge?
I mean, if I can, I will. I guess.
If you want to edge, you can. If not, I'll ask you to re-roll.
Yeah,
Edging
I should.
typically makes it better.
I understand that. I'm just not trying to auto edge. But yeah, okay. That's bad. That bitch got 31 in a soak. Damn it.
It dodges and the round pings off of the hide of Darcy.
Oh, I hate it. I hate this bitch so much.
So we're at the top of the third pass now. Donnie Nash.
Okay. You said I was behind its head.
Yep.
So I grabbed the left.
So I'll ask you for another gymnastics roll to stay mounted.
Okay.
As you saw the dragon land on Darcy and make a sunroof.
Yep. But I didn't hear a KO crunch. So
you did not hear a KO crunch. You heard a disconcerting pop from an Ares Alpha grenade launcher, but the grenade bounced off the dragon's hide without exploding.
Yep. Okay. That last charge that I didn't use, if 4 is enough to hold on.
4 is enough to hold on.
Okay. That last charge I didn't use, I slap it around so that the front of it is right at its throat.
Okay.
And I use the ropes on it as kind of reins and lean back and set the charge off.
Okay.
So that it's pressed right against his throat. I'm assuming the throat is pretty wide, so.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a directional charge pressed right up against it, which should have well, according to the book, it has the armor. This is a dragon wasp spirit. Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you for a this will be a demolitions test.
Yep.
This will be at a -4.
Okay.
Demolitions plus agility.
Yep.
Like with the earlier ones.
Ooh, yuck. Okay.
And what is the rating of the explosive?
We didn't We didn't. We kind of never went into it because I built it. I built it to destroy that what I thought that resin would be. So
okay,
and I'd encountered that resin and how hard it was in the past. So it would have been designed to basically destroy that tower. Okay. So
yeah, and it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that. That is a 20. We'll call that a 25.
Okay.
Armor minus half. So its armor is okay. So at minus 19. Okay, so it blows. And Johnny, I'm going to need a soak test from you as well at armor minus half.
Well, it's not touching me, and I'm behind the neck. Still,
but it's directed toward you though, because it is in line. The direction of the charge is into dragon into you.
Okay.
I'll be kind to make it -8 to soak.
Okay.
I think that's being kind.
I mean, I did set up an explosion like right near me, so I knew I'd have to ride it out.
And it is not 25. This will be 15. So you're going to take 8 boxes.
Now I'm gonna re-roll that one more because that's minus.
And whatever I think whatever you're taking is
minus 14. So it'd be
whatever you're taking is going to be physical.
13. Okay, you said 14. Okay, so I take a couple physical.
Take 3 boxes of physical.
Yep.
And you land as you're basically pulling and what's left of the cord in your hands.
Yeah.
As the dragon explodes, and this acid washes into Darcy. Acid explodes off. I will ask Gertrude and Johnny to make soak rolls.
Okay. That's versus acid?
Yes.
Okay, because I do have... I'm not sure it's on here, but I did... After the last time, I did actually get...
Some acid protection?
Yeah, acid protection.
So that'll add to your armor.
Yeah.
There's no AP.
Okay.
Okay. That is a lot of ones from Johnny. Okay, so you guys don't take any damage from it, which is also fortunate because you still have Lu Wendao in the Valkyrie module.
I abandoned him. Oh no.
You abandoned him.
I completely forgot we stuffed him in the Valkyrie module.
As the weight of the headless dragon corpse flops onto Darcy with the new sunroof, and you feel, Gertrude, like you did in the tunnels. You're now having to duck over more than you'd like as part of the roof crunches inward on you.
It worked! It actually worked!
And Darcy comes to a screeching halt as the dragon wasp spirit is now dead.
Well done, Johnny.
Well done.
Well done indeed.
So did KO just keep running?
Well, if this continued on, I was going to 3-point superhuman land and then run. and try and do something else. But
you heard a part screech, part explosion, and then the whole area goes silent.
Except for it worked. It worked.
It goes silent, so then I run over.
Okay.
And I check it out.
So you guys have successfully saved Chicago from the Dragon Wasp Queen.
Incredible.
And have completed. So I have some flavor text beyond. Let's see here.
So it totally ends like the end of Avengers, but we're back at Taco Temple eating free tacos.
Yeah, you're back at Taco Temple eating free tacos, and Juan Shuit is there with you. And he leans back in his chair and breathes a sigh of relief. Hopefully this will be enough to turn the tides. The hives are exposed. The ley lines into the city are returning to normal. Thanks to you, the city will see another week. UCAS, Ares, and Az Technology mop-up crews are working to kill the rest of the bugs, at least the ones we know the location of. Here's your payment. Look me up if you need work.
It worked.
Yeah, thanks.
You have saved Chicago from being nuked again. I believe it was 15,000 each was the upfront pay. Or was the pay for the mission?
I'm gonna spend it all on soy tequila.
Spend it all in one place.
I will give you real tequila, and we are going to stay drunk for the next 6 months.
Yeah, dude, we have all the tacos and tequilas we will ever need.
And you'll also get 9 karma. And here's where we start playing outro from this being the end of 0806, the final countdown. This is the end of the Chicago Missions campaign. So we'll go around the table real quick and see if anybody has ideas as to where their characters go next. So we'll start with going around the UI on Shadowcasters with Jen. What does Gertrude do?
I think that Gertrude will definitely continue to work with the trolls and the orcs, making sure that they've got their, their safety net and teaching people how to do medicine and stuff like that.
Continuing her roots in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Amber, what does KO do?
KO has been saving up her money. And she probably sells off a few things.
Like vehicles?
Like, she might save a vehicle. And she tells her mom that she thinks it's time to pack it up to get out of this weird and crazy place.
So KO moves on. Where does KO move on to, if you have a place in mind?
They're just driving out to somewhere quiet.
Okay.
Less bugs.
Less bugs. So the answer is anywhere but here.
Anywhere but there.
There, Atlanta is nice.
So KO drives off like it's the end of an episode of The Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As the piano plays in the background. Eason, what does Mather do?
Oh, he's staying in Chicago. He's going to hood. I mean, just doing hooding stuff, helping the people in the community, taking advantage of the rich and powerful to funnel that money back into people who sell tabby tots and kids.
Okay.
The same thing he's been doing the whole time.
So calling Juan up again for some more jobs later on.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Contrary to the general appearance of Mather, he's been taking care of the locals the whole time. That's like his thing. He only takes advantage of the rich and powerful. So,
okay.
And still hanging out with my bestie, because I got to keep him in dipping sauce and beverages that are not made of soy.
80, what does Mac do now that Mac has encountered another dragon?
Dragons. Okay, so Mac is going to stage a one-woman undercover operation to get back the shiny, fancy butterknife. And then, or I'm gonna get help from one of my many friends, and then she's gonna get the F out to back to Denver, and she's going to stab some dragons with the fancy butter knife.
Okay. So over the course of the next few weeks or months, Mac and one or more of her new friends, maybe none of her new friends, because her new friends seem to like Becky 99, whereas you just like the world's most aggressive butter knife that you all gave to Becky 99. So I suspect you're doing this alone.
Yeah, probably. That's okay.
But that's kind of how Mac rolls a little bit.
Yeah, generally. This is the first time she's been in a group for a while.
And so eventually the rest of you hear through, those of you who stay in Chicago, hear through the Shadow Network that Becky is looking for something and someone. You guys hear about it because it's the same item that you gave her last. And Mac is nowhere to be found.
Such a coincidence. I don't know how that could have happened.
When I hear about this, I go to Becky 90, don't really know, with a box of silverware and go, is it one of these? And just like clown her without clowning her. Just.
All right, Teslon, what about Johnny Nash? I came close to killing Johnny Nash off.
This is the second time my character survived this mission with you. In both cases, I was riding on his back. So Johnny, he walks away from Shadowrunning. He picks up some special music scale wires and gains some basic music skills on his own.
He walks the line.
He actually becomes known as a rock solid drummer when you need somebody to fill in for somebody else. You know, your drummer's not there. You need somebody to fill in. He does still keep his hand in a bit, so he does tend to get known among the manager circuit as when a performer gets a stalker, we hire this drummer, and then eventually the stalker goes away.
Okay.
So that's pretty much
staying in Chicago or wandering off.
Wandering off wherever there's actual money. He showed up briefly in one of the Emerald Glitch episodes, but he wasn't really named.
Okay.
And I think KO would extend the invitation to just travel with her and her mom to Johnny.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Then he probably would have gone along with that and picked up music gigs as he can.
So that's a piece I didn't get, Amber. So KO encourages her mom to go with her.
Yeah.
And close up the shop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what very nearly happened to all parties concerned.
Oh, yeah. And she sends selfies at different landmarks across the country.
Nice.
Of herself wearing bishop robes to Allerton.
Wow.
And Aladdin is going to feign annoyance, but he secretly looks forward to the next landmark.
And finally, Chris, what about Frodo and Andy?
See, Frodo and Andy are going to take advantage of their unlimited tacos, and then he's gonna open up a taco truck, but like just rebrand the taco temple trucks. He's gonna try to then use the proceeds from that to open up a breakfast quilt like a breakfast quilt like food truck with the tabby tot lady, like in a joint venture, and we're going to dominate
the food truck scene
circuit in the CZ. All right.
All right. And you hear from Fee not too long after. She managed to, after all of that, she managed to escape, mainly because you guys drew the dragon off. And you hear from her again a few weeks later, and you hear the story that Colonel Lance Jacobson has been forced to retire following this whole debacle. Apparently, Fee has pinned this whole thing on him. And in the process, she's been promoted to major. So I think that wraps everything up. Some people have stayed. Some people have departed Chicago. But for now, Chicago, such as it is, survives. Thanks to our runners. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to the team for making it fun these past couple of years. Thanks to Tom for both doing tech and playing Johnny Nash. It's been fun. I'm going to miss you guys.
Yeah, we're going to miss you too.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for letting me join, Bob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've always looked forward to Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And thank you all for watching us all the time.
And my understanding is that there's another Shadowrun show coming Tuesday nights, and it's by Mr. Johnson. Was that right?
I don't know details on it yet. That's what I've heard. Yes.
Okay.
But he's got a couple weeks. If you're looking for something to watch on Tuesday nights, there is Hellslayers over on the Master of Rem Twitch channel. Is there, and in a week and another week on Wednesday, we'll have hopefully the final episode of The Common Folk on Shadowrun Denver. See if we can make it out alive, and if Ava's character gets to kill her vampire.
So it's vampires confirmed?
It is a vampire.
No,
not confirmed.
It's not confirmed.
Still not confirmed.
But it'll be the case of if she kills it and can destroy the body, I have a feeling she'll confirm it's a vampire.
Amazing.
But this week, if you're looking for more Shadowrun, check out Gen Con TV on Thursday on Emerald Glitch. At 8 o'clock, where the title is The Art of Droneception. So you get to see Chris and Amber again playing. And on an hour earlier, at 7 o'clock for Rules of Cool, Rem chats with Steamforged Games RPG developer Richard August.
Very cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I think that's all the shilling I've got to do.
Amazing.
So
right.
Thank you, Bob. This was great.
Any other announcements?
Not for me.
All right.
Yep. No. Thank you, Bob.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Adios.
Bye.
The Chicago Missions signing off.